Hello, everyone. My name is Matthew, and I want to introduce you to one of our clinicians here at MyCounselor Online, Ryenn Johns. Ryenn, why don't you tell us your story as a counselor?
Yeah. Well, I was one of those kids that grew up and I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I feel like when you're little, everyone asks, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? And I had no idea. And I continued to have no idea for a very long time. And in my in college, I went into my sophomore year, and my supervisor told me that I had to choose a major. I had been undecided for 2 years, and she's like, "Okay, this is the semester. You got to pick." And I was like, "No, I don't want to pick. I don't know what I want to do. There's so many choices." And so I took a psychology class and a sociology class, and I told myself, "Okay, whatever class you get the higher grade in is going to be your major." So I got the higher grade in psychology, and so I went and graduated my degree in psychology, and took a year off again. Just what do you do with a undergrad in psychology, right?
hmm
And continued to kind of search and kind of figure it out, and had started my application process for my master's program in counseling. And just, I just had always been the friend that was like the counselor friend, like, "Hey Ryan, like, what do you think about this?" Like, just held a lot of like heavy stuff for friends. I always felt like I was really good at that, and felt like it was a calling. And so I had been in the application process during in this master's program, and I got a call because I was still on the fence about it, hadn't completed the application yet. I got a call, and she's like, "We have an opening in 2 weeks to start classes. If you want to finish your application, we'd love to like see where this goes." And I was like, "Okay, God." I think that's the green light. So I filled out my application, was blessed with the opportunity to start my schooling there. And from the first class, I remember driving home and I was like, "This is it. This is what I'm supposed to do with my life." So it was kind of like a falling into things, but God was definitely a part of the journey along the
Yeah, he was definitely involved in that.
way.
Thank you. So,
Yeah.
so tell us how you got involved with My Counselor Online.
Yeah. So through my internship process and my master's program, I met MCO there, and then I started talking and just thought it was a just beautiful uh, way of seeing Christian counseling. Right? It's just very different than like maybe the church, or like what like a pastor, like just very different. I had grown up in the church, but I never had found something like this before. So I didn't do my internship through MCO. I did it at a different church and had a similar experience. And then when I graduated, I got my husband and I decided to move, and the thought of working online just seemed sweeter and sweeter. And everything that I continued to learn about MCO, it just seemed too good to be true almost. And it is true. And so I just got more and more excited and got blessed with continuing through the interview process and everything, and landed this amazing dream job.
That's awesome. So, talk to us and tell us the types of clients that you typically thrive alongside.
Yeah. So my heart and my passion is with like teenagers and young adults. But as I have grown in this counseling field, I realized that 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 80-year-olds, we all have that like teen drama and like stuff going on in our lives. And like the 13-year-olds just get a bad rap for it. But it's happening throughout our whole life. And so I just really like have just found this like heart for working with people who are just in these like transitional times. And we're always in and out of relationships, and even with the same people, there's nuances and differences and changes and balances. And just so many things to hold and to work through and to process. And I just love sitting alongside people as they go through that. Another big group that I'm super, super excited to work with and love working with is the sex therapy clients that come in. I just think that as a Christian organization, we have this amazing opportunity to teach, especially young women, about their bodies and how to just find grace and love for ourselves, but then in the awness of how awesome our God is to create our bodies to have connection with others, with our husbands, with our spouses.
That's good. So, Ryenn, speak directly to potential client that may be watching right now. What can they expect when they meet with you?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm just so grateful and proud of you that you're here taking this step for yourself and for your health. So I just want to congratulate you, like good for you, like super proud of you for being here. With working with me, I want to help us create this safe environment where we can really get into and acknowledge our feelings about the things going on in life. I know that life can just be really heavy and really tough sometimes. And I want to sit there with you in that and help you through and help you process some of those things that just don't make sense right now. And when things are hard to understand, we start to ask a lot of questions. And I want to sit there and help you through figuring that out. I think that's always safer and easier with someone when you have someone to walk alongside of you in that.